Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Motortown. You join me here back in Ara, back in the same air city we used in the previous couple of episodes ago, where we're going to have a look, now that the new update has come out, if this new Ara bus, well, if the same Ara bus route is any better, any worse, or much and such the same. There is another perspective of this as well. One of the other content creators over on the Discord, Robot Ninja. He is the person responsible for all these tankers that are dotted about the map, and a good chunk of the campers as well. Has also done this post update. So if you want a different perspective with a different bus from a different content creator, then I will leave Robot Ninja's channel link in the video description, or alternatively you can head over to the Discord. The link is in the video description as well, and that way you can check the self-promo page where Robot has put all those links in there. Definitely worth checking Robot Ninja's YouTube channel out. But let's I've nobody on the bus, so I'm not worried about being too early. Let's pick up a group of people here. I am still paying off the loan, so that is a thing. This video is being recorded immediately after the previous video with the fight I had with those new trailers and our brand new Titan. So we do have the loan. The Titan is still sitting up at Jeju Harbour, in fact, and I've teleported all the way down here, jump in the bus, and jump straight into making this video. Which is why it is nighttime, and the reason for that is I'm a little bit short on time for getting this video recorded today, but it should be absolutely fine. We are still going to make sure we're on time for as many of these as possible though. There seems to be a good number of people waiting at the bus stops. One of the comments I had was, why would I use the Air, well, along the lines of why would I use the Air City when the Roadmaster is available? And you're absolutely right, the Roadmaster has more comfort score and would therefore give you more money. The reason I'm using the Air City is because back in Season 1, when I was first told about this route from Willow, I used an Air City because that's what Willow used in the screenshots that were taken over on the Discord. So it's sort of it's just preference. I've chosen to use an Air City. There is no real reason to do it over a Roadmaster. The Roadmaster is probably the best bus for everything, but this is just the bus. This is the bus that Willow used. This is the bus that I use. I believe Robot Ninja did this run in a Roadmaster, so you can see the benefits of doing that there. But oh, somebody got off the bus and we made a small bit of money there. We're actually bus level 24, which is reasonably impressive, and we also have 11 passengers on the bus as well, which is fantastic to see. And we're going to make our way down here to the construction area. If you haven't seen my previous video on this route, I did this route relatively recently, just a handful of videos ago, before the update went live, to see if it's that's a comparison. So that's part 1, and this is effectively part 2. So that way you can compare and see if it's still worth it. Going by the amount of passengers, I'm going to say, have an early guess and say that it is. Potentially even more worth it than before. But I'll let you guys be the decider on that one. This area I can imagine is going to get a fair bit of development in the future with future updates and things from the game designers. It's like they're working on it and they have big plans for it. It's just the feel I get for this area. Could be wrong though. It could be a rural town and always be a rural town. But I believe there is a police station here now. I think I read that in the patch notes, but correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't actually looked. Alright, get a few more people on board. The bus seems busier, but I can't actually remember how we were for passenger numbers in the other episode. But this feels pretty decent. Yeah, GPS can't decide which way of 3 directions it wants to go in. Ah, we have someone getting off the bus. We're still a little early, 20 seconds to get round the other side of this block here. Seems a bit more than I actually need, so I'll just take it nice and easy, make sure that comfort bonus stays where it's supposed to. It's another loan installment, financially crippling me for the rest of time. There we go, somebody got off the bus and there's another 1,000 and we got some on-time bonus and a little bit of town effective bonus. Can't complain at that. And up to 17 people on board, not including myself of course. And we're off to the supermarket next. This supermarket tends to be one of the busier stops, for obvious reasons, but we'll head up there and have a little look. Try to keep that comfort bonus in check. If this is your first video that you've ever seen and you're wondering what is comfort bonus, if you look at the top right hand section of the screen, there's comfort with 2 white boxes, and then at the bottom in the center of the screen there's that little G meter. When you corner, brake or accelerate too hard, that little dot in the middle will turn red and people will complain and you will lose a comfort square, and therefore you will lose some comfort bonus, which is, as you can imagine, a bonus when you drop passengers off. But we're up to 20 passengers on board, which is absolutely amazing. Now this is just the town section of this bus route. There is a steel refinery section still to go, but before we go there we have to nip into the terminal and probably drop most, if not all, of our passengers off. But then we pick up a few more from the steel factory, hopefully, and make that little bit extra money, and then the route starts all over again. It's a very simple route. I can in fact show you the route. I'll do it when I'm at the bus terminal actually. I'll show you the route there, and it's a fairly simple route to follow. It's a logical route. It's not of my design. This route came from Willow over on the Discord server. So if you give this route a try, head over to the Discord and give Willow a big thumbs up for that one, because this is actually one of my favourite bus routes. We'll let everyone off here. I'm still fighting with the wandering joystick on my controller. We'll let everyone off and then we'll have a look at this route and see how much money we make here. That's pretty decent. Cannot argue with that at all. As you can see, 7,000 in comfort bonus, and we do have a couple of people still on the bus. But the bus route looks like this. If it would take me to it, of course it won't. So as you can see, down through Ara, through this sort of loop, back up and around back to the terminal, and then up to the couple of bus stops in Steel Mill and back. Very simple, very straightforward. You can do it with only going to the terminal once if you choose. You can go up this way instead if you want. This is just the way that it's been shown to me, and it's actually the way I like doing it. But let's get up to this steel factory and see if we've got anyone to pick up there. Gives us just over 2 minutes to get there, and it's not the closest bus stop, it's over a mile away, but you can sometimes make just as much money going up to the steel mill as you can going around Ara itself, just because of the extra fare price for the distance you're covering. But it is also worth pointing out, this is not the most profitable bus route that you can do. There is another. There's probably several bus routes that make a bit more money, but there is one in particular that if you've watched season 1 you know about. I will be doing it sometime soon, but I'm not going to give any more away than that. So if you don't know about that bus route, hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell notification as well, so that way you get notified of future uploads. And keep an eye on the channel for the future upload where I explain the most profitable bus route that there is in the game by a very, very long mile. But it is difficult and it requires a purpose-built vehicle to do it. So that's why we haven't done it yet, because we can't afford the vehicle, basically. But we will be doing it, and then once we do it, that is enough money to pay off the loan with one of those bus routes, and it only takes about 15 minutes to do as well. It is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic earner, and we will be getting to it. But in the early game, normal bus routes, or if you just want to do normal bus routes, the Ara bus route is definitely worth the time. And we're a little early here, not majorly, so we'll just slow down and let that clock tick down a little bit. It doesn't look like there's anyone here at all, but we are dropping passengers off. There's a couple people. That's not too bad, we're on time now, so one person gets off and one person gets on. And the GPS would take you around the block, but I don't see the point in that. Just swing a U-turn. We'll pick up the rest of these people here. Bulk our numbers up a little bit, and then we'll head straight back down to Ara Terminal, which is a mile and a half away. And again, it gives us less time on the way down for some reason, but there is still plenty of time. Just ram that barrier out of the way. We don't have time to wait for that to raise for us. We do, but I'm not going to. That area up there is also new to the latest update. I'm assuming that's supposed to represent like staff living quarters, like a barracks style thing for the steel mill. There's another one at the oil refinery, it looks like, which is basically copy and pasted from there. It's a fantastic looking little area. I don't think there's any interaction with it at all though, but it is a nice little detail that adds a little bit of logic to the game. Big factories, but miles away from where people actually live, so makes you wonder who's working there, when in reality the only person working there is you playing the game. no one on the bus is even remotely interested about comfort. When that is the case, there is no comfort dialog box in the top, and you can drive as you like. And passengers just simply don't care. That was an extremely aggressive way to go around the corner there. If you've got comfort bonus or passengers that want comfort, doing that will make them all very upset, and you will lose that comfort bonus. We're now on time. We have a minute to get to the terminal, so providing we don't roll the bus, that shouldn't be an issue. That is the terminal just there in front of us. Almost didn't make it on time. We did, however, crash into a post. But there we are. That is the new, well, the Ara bus route with the new update, and I think that that is just as good as it was before, if not better. But you can let me know in the comments down below what your opinion on it is. But that is all I have time for in this episode, so hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe, and you can ring that little bell notification, that way you get notified of all my uploads. And as always, you can head over to Discord, the link is in the video description, and also check out the video description for a link over to Robot Ninja's YouTube channel, and see the awesome content that he makes on Motortown over there. And if you do head over there, drop him a comment saying hello and that you came from over here. Thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.